Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Ellie and this is my SPEEDPAINT channel. So it's been a while. I am really sorry for my absence, but the semester at university has been kicking my ass to the ground and I have been feeling absolutely drained and tired and stressed. So I haven't had much time to draw or even... Oh, yep, there are my birds. I haven't had much time to just draw and do stuff for the channel, so I really do apologize for that. I even wrote a whole script for this SPEEDPAINT like at the beginning of the year, but seeing as I literally wrote it when I finished my finals from my first semester, well, I can't use it anymore. So this is going to be another non-scripted video for you guys. I am really sorry. And so I hope you guys have been well all this time. I hope if you're working or you're studying, I hope that your work or studies or both have gone swell and have gone by smoothly. And as for me, I am right now in spring break, and that's why I've made the decision to finally come back. I know I have to work on subtitles and stuff like that for my other videos, and I will try to get to it as soon as I can, but it's been quite impossible. And well, ever since I finished my finals, I've been going through a bit of an art block, but I think that it has to do more with the fact that I haven't had any time whatsoever to actually draw. Like this drawing, sorry, is from December. So yeah, I've been sketching here and there, but nothing too serious, I guess. And so, on the subject of today's drawing, we have one of my OCs, another one of my original characters, and he's honestly one of the most self-indulgent because he is a vampire after all. And so I came up with Damien, or Damien, because he's French, this summer, and I was still working at my unit's library in the morning shift, so I had the afternoons all to myself, and I was bored, and it was extremely hot, and I decided to give myself the treat of creating a vampire original character. In fact, I was listening to the piece that's playing right now while I sketched, and everything just sort of fell into place. I wanted to tell a story about perseverance, and also I was and am tired of the concept of a bitter and cold, immoral being who hates and envies humanity and is ultimately consumed by their hatred and rancor. I feel like, although it can seem odd, there are some types of people who would come to positively enjoy immortality with all its perks and woes, and Damien is precisely that kind of person. So, everything started in mid-18th century France. Damien was a favorite in the court of Louis the 15th. I was going to say Louis XV because I've studied French history in French this year, so. And he was known for his love of excess and intensity. It was this way of life that ultimately led him to be turned by one of his dodgy lovers. And well, then what? Being a vampire presented him with an amazing array of possibilities and opportunities to live all kinds of experiences. He assumed different identities in different courts and cities in order to make the most of eternal life. And then came the revolution, and all the political chaos brought with it, and he withdrew from social life for several decades in an almost run-down manor, located far from the noise. En fait, je me demande si je devrais parler en français parce qu'il est français. Et alors, je suis en train de vous parler des éléments de l'histoire de France. Et ça serait une bonne opportunité de pratiquer mon oral. Mais I won't subject you guys to that. And well, carrying on. Thirst is thirst, though, so he still had to get his fix, which made his situation a bit unbearable, if so to speak. I'd say this was his depressed era, to be honest. Everything was fun and games until he had to take the lifestyle of, well, a cryptid. It was a rather lonely existence, and for Damien, someone who thrives off attention and affection, it was extremely hard to lose that fake sense of normalcy. It was like, up until that point, reality hadn't hit him yet. He'd deluded himself by partying and almost playing existence like it was a game, but there were no more distractions and his whole fantasy world just came crashing down. So, his manner deteriorated, he became incredibly isolated and started to spite the wretched day he came into this world. But as time went on, and his days continued unchanging, he started to feel a certain restlessness. He was immortal. The world lay before him, still unknown in many aspects. What good did it do to him to resign himself to simple living death? He started seeing the concept of meeting new people, falling deeply in love, and losing those dear to him time and time again as an opportunity to be an eternal witness to the wonderful phenomenon that is the cycle of life. It may be that he went a bit mad and lost a bit of touch with reality, but hey, whatever helps him, right? So he started getting out and about again, though not as much as decades ago. Damien kept mostly a low profile that let him live, certainly comfortably, and assimilated into society, but also feed quite regularly without waking many suspicions. He didn't really think about the moral implications of this way of life until a recently turned girl arrived in his manor in great distress during the Roaring Twenties. This girl was Aimée, a young debutante of high French society that had run away from her home after being discovered with her lover, the daughter of another rich man of high society. This affair would clearly have terrible repercussions for both families' reputations, and so, in her flight, she'd been forcibly turned by someone whom she considered her friend. And so, in addition to the stress caused by her flight from home, was the incredible hurt of betrayal. Because even if she wanted to run away, she wasn't ready for all that being a vampire entails. The inevitable isolation, the need for human blood, the eternal darkness, the way the world would keep moving forward without her. Everything was too much, and she despised what had become of her reality. And when confronted by this, Damien simply offered her a place to stay and some listening ears. He supposed that, yes, being converted could suck, but it wasn't all that bad. After all, vampires could make friends, vampires could fall in love, vampires could do many things that humans cannot do, and they can do them all over again, and all over again, and all over again. But at the same time, Damien understood that it had taken him a couple of centuries to come to that conclusion. And he just took Emma in as she was, as a depressive mess. And he made it sort of his purpose to show her that being a vampire wasn't really all that bad. And well, this is still a story that is developing. Because at first I was going to make it into a short story, but as I started developing the characters and their backstories and stuff like that, I realized that I would want to make it sort of, I don't know, a really short novel, maybe? I don't know, but generally speaking, what I really wanted to show or to transmit with these characters and with this story is that sometimes we just have to work with what life has given us, and even if we feel like it's impossible and we feel like it doesn't really, it's not worth it, I really do think that there is always a silver lining to the cards that we are handed in this life. Not to get political or anything, but I think that we already glorify misery too much, and the choice of having vampires be the protagonists of this story was, apart from a really self-indulgent choice, it was also to show, to kind of subvert in a way the conventions of what a vampire should feel like, and how an immortal being should behave. Which I'm sure it has been done already, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you just want to put your spin on the story, you know? And yeah, that's basically it. That's the great the story of Damien in a nutshell. And well, I hope you guys liked this speed paint. I'm really sorry because I feel like I'm abandoning this channel a bit, but I think I will be able to upload more regularly in like summer. I hope so, because I really do enjoy just rambling and talking to you guys, even if we are still a few in here. I really do appreciate that you guys take the time to listen to me ramble and to listen to me talk about the stories that I write and the characters that I create, and even like the characters and stories that I enjoy. I really do feel very, very hurt and I don't know how else to thank you guys. Yeah. I'm not going to edit this too much because I just want to get it uploaded and get the channel's juices really flowing, and that way you can also see more of the process of the drawing, because I feel like it's really good. It's really good in standards of, well, I was really deep in art block when I drew it, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, you can tell me in the comments, you can tell me by liking or even subscribing. You know you're not obligated to do any of that, but if you do, I'd be so grateful and so happy. And, well, you can also check me out on my social medias, even though they're pretty dead. But if you want to reach me through there, I will respond. So, yeah. Yeah, my birds also wanted to say goodbye. I don't know if you'll hear them, but they are chirping. And, well, thank you all for being here, and thank you all for listening to me talk, and for watching me draw. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!